Welcome to the FunHawg Podcast with today's host, Sergei and Butch Mayhew. Let's let that fun ensue.
Is it live? Like live? Like,
What do you mean live?
Can anybody just go to this podcast and watch us live?
No.
It's a
Do you want me to
recording.
go live? We can go live.
We don't need to go live. I mean, no. But I was just curious. That's what I called live. You
Gotcha.
know.
Yeah, it's not live. We don't have the live going.
We have to fix this. Well, as soon as you fix the schedule, you will be able to let people know that, hey, on Thursday at 10 p.m. Easter, you can go and actually throw tomatoes at your
Throw
screen.
tomatoes at us. You can comment on the live stream at some point in the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a fan of a podcast, and, well, I am a fan of the podcast.
Sergei, how many FunHawg podcasts have you listened to?
How many out there? I just want to give a number which is
How many
not
do you
that
think
bad.
there are out there?
I would say 12, 15.
There's 17. There'll be 18 today. We're recording. We're live. Welcome to the FunHawg Podcast, everybody.
Welcome. Well, out of 18, I listened probably to 5.
Hey, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
That's a good feel for things.
Yes.
Did you listen to the early 5 or the later 5?
Early 5.
Okay.
I was early supporter.
There it is.
And then I got disappointed and dropped.
Oh!
I'm joking. No, the life happened and, things, just, yes. You know how it goes.
I know how it goes. Well, welcome to the podcast, everybody. It's been a little while. We have a new face on here. Just want to address that real quick before we dive in. It's Sergei.
How do I show my face if people are listening to it?
How do you show your face if people are listening to it? I don't know.
I mean, I know there is a video. I can see myself. I can see you. But if you...
for our audio-only listeners.
For audio-only listeners, white male, 6'1", in mid-30s, blue eyes, all that. Jawline is, is cutting. All of that.
No idea what you just said, but that's great.
The jawline. Do you see the jawline?
I see you have a
know.
jaw. Everybody
There
has
you
a
go.
jaw. Mine is hidden by a curtain of beard.
Yes. Mine is not. There is no facial hair. I wish there was, though. I
Ooh.
honestly wish I could grow a beard and all of and mustache.
I'm learning something new about you every day, Sergei.
We all learn something new every day.
Yeah, there it is. I mean,
but yes,
Halloween's the perfect time to fulfill those wishes, though. Did you have a beard or a mustache for Halloween this year?
no, maybe next year.
There it
Maybe.
is.
I had 2 costumes. Well, do you want to still address the new face, or we just addressed
so
it?
we've got the new face, Sergei. He's here. We'll get back to Halloween costumes in just a minute. It was just Halloween for all of our listeners that are catching up. But Matt Cook, he is not on the show. He has taken a sabbatical. Life has gotten busy the same way life got busy for Sergei as he stopped listening to our podcast for a little while. But Matt Cook will be back one day, but we're going to miss him. But Sergei's here to fill those shoes.
Yes, and I just put artificial, tears in my eyes, so I have a sad look that Matt is not here. Honestly, listen, I am conflicted because if Matt was here, I wouldn't be. So I want to cry, but I want to laugh at the same time. So I put artificial tears in my eyes.
We're just wanting to have some fun on the FunHawg
Exactly.
podcast.
Exactly. But yes, so I'm here. Welcome, everyone. Well, I think throughout the podcast, you will really get to know and love me. So let's get into that.
Let's get into it. Well, let's start with a FunHawg moment. Sergei, do you have a FunHawg moment over the past bit?
Yes, absolutely. And like you said, Halloween was just here a week ago, and this year I rarely celebrate that. Last year I didn't celebrate, but this year I celebrated, and I had two costumes. I had daylight costume and nightlife costume. So the daylight was kind of put together in the last moment. A few weeks ago, I was supposed to attend a Pirates theme party.
Time out. A few weeks ago? That's not last minute.
No. I didn't have a costume for the daylight.
Got it.
But then I remembered that I was supposed to attend a Pirates theme party, which I did not attend, but
Gotcha.
I bought a costume. So I was like, oh, wait a second.
So you
I'm
were
gonna show up.
prepared. You just decided it was a last minute decision, but you had all the goods. You didn't have to go last minute shopping.
No.
It's wonderful.
No. Yes, I got lucky. So the pirate costume was, it was okay. Everything what you can think, like one eye, all those. But the nightlife costume, that was the hit. So that was officially my first Halloween going out in a costume.
Ooh.
Ever. Yes, I was out in a costume a few years ago. Well, like 10 years ago when I worked at Starbucks. So after the shift, I just didn't take the apron off, and I just went to the party. And people actually, liked the costume because it was like barista. So
like, you look great. It's like it's official.
it's official. Welcome
you
to
were
Starbucks. All of that. But this year, I knew that I was going, and I really wanted to be a prince, but not the Purple Rain prince. The prince from, Bridgerton prince. I haven't watched Bridgerton, though. But I've seen...
Here in Alabama, people pronounce that Bridgington. That's what I've heard.
Say it again.
Bridgington. I don't
Bridgington.
know. I could be wrong. That's just the way my brain reads it. But yeah, I haven't watched that either. So, but that style, the 1700s. So are we talking... Do we have like curls in the hair? Is your hair like the white hair?
So, originally it was supposed to be my hair, but then I realized that listen, I can't just buy my hair, and I went on Amazon and I spent probably $17, and I got brand new hair.
That's a good price for new hair.
Yes, but that again, I wanna show everything, but again, it's a podcast, and I expect people to listen to it. But close your eyes, think about those movies from 17th century, right? 18th century. Like music playing, and there is a huge ball. And those guys with the wigs, with curls, but second, not those like Judge, like Judge.
Yeah,
like
I know the
with
Judge.
A lot of curls.
Yeah.
No, it's just like two on one side, two on another side, and then you have like kind of ponytail going on. That style. So, and then I put a crown on, and I had amazing help to get the makeup. I asked ChatGPT how to get the white face with blushes and everything, lipstick. Yeah. So if you find me on Instagram, there is a picture of that, and yes, that was amazing.
I think I saw you eating a burger too.
So when we went out, I realized that I was very, very popular. So I live in Miami Beach, and Miami Beach has amazing Halloween festivities going on, and there was a whole street going on with people, and I was extremely popular for people. Let's put it like mature people, elderly. They were obsessed with me. They were taking pictures and stuff. But then I realized I want my own fantasy, two fantasies. First one, to go and eat a burger. And I did that, and there's also a video of it, and I stayed in my character. And second, dance to like, you know, hip hop music, basically to shake your parts, because it's obviously it's funny when you hear like, you know, yeah, yeah by Usher, and there's a Prince with pirate, you know, like shaking and doing that stuff. So yeah, that was a FunHawg moment. That was amazing. That was great. And how about you?
Wonderful. I love it. My FunHawg moment came through Halloween as well. So my mom passed away this past year. Her birthday is Halloween, so we always celebrate big Halloween, and we had a big just Halloween gathering, invited some friends, we had family, did some treats, we did some pizza, we did some trick-or-treating, we did all the things. Yeah, so we had a good time, just remembering my mom and dressing up, having fun, being goofy, and yeah, this was my FunHawg moment. It was good, making memories.
Exactly. Yes. The memories, yeah, because I will definitely remember this Halloween. And again, it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for my partner, who really is big on going out, you know, and having a good time. And I'm usually like, I loved somebody said that they're introvert masquerading as a extrovert. So I kind of love staying home, and I always say like I love people, but at the same time I'm like, no, I'll stay home, you know. But if I have to, I will. So he pushed me. He was like, no, we're going. And so yeah, that obviously is gonna be memorable. But also, I mean, you remember my costume from 2 years ago, the Halloween costume? That was also a hit.
Sergei?
Yes, yeah. So I dressed up as basically. I mean, it probably sounds offensive if I say it, so I won't. But let's put that I dressed up as a drag queen, and that was. But it was good because we did it on Zoom only. I didn't need to leave the apartment, and I would not. You know, now probably I would, but 2 years ago I was in a different state of mind, so I wouldn't. But my makeup was horrible. Because I did it myself. I'm still proud. Like the best part was to go to Sephora 2 days before the Halloween, walk in and be like, I want to be a drag queen.
And we didn't have ChatGPT back then.
We didn't. And associate had to teach me how to do the blushes and foundation and all of that stuff. And she put so much energy in me, and I was like, you know what? In your honor, I'm gonna do an amazing job, and I didn't. But
I mean, if you learn from a associate, maybe for the young ladies out there, like, is that a job that you tip for? Is there like a tip jar?
I'm glad you brought it up, because I won the contest at work,
yeah,
right? And I got an Amazon gift card, and I went to Sephora and gave it to her.
Oh,
I did not keep it. Absolutely. Because I felt like I didn't own all of that. Obviously, I did all of the work, you know, but it was kind of a moment of me getting the Oscar.
Yeah.
And be like, thank you for my family. Thank you for the crew. Thank you, everybody who helped me. I dedicate this to you. So,
and there was only one person, and
it was one person. Yes, she nailed it. She absolutely nailed it. But you know what I love the most is that she really she enjoyed it, and you could tell that she enjoys doing what she's doing. And I asked a lot of questions: which layer goes first and last. Again, I forgot everything, but. But
you would say she was having fun. That was probably her FunHawg moment.
Exactly. Maybe still remembers the weirdo who walked in and wanted to be a drag queen, you know. But listen, it was great. But yeah, this one, I feel like this year topped it, because I was outside, because I was with people, you know, and it wasn't just Zoom call and stuff. So
That's great.
But also about tips, I mean, with the tip culture going that crazy right now,
It's
I feel
crazy.
like, yes, I feel like those people should get tips.
They should.
You know, they should.
I would much rather give them a tip. I mean, they're selling things, but maybe you buy some things or whatever. But do they see a profit? Do they get incentivized for more sales? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. But are we at the point when we're gonna talk about tips, or it's been discussed in this program?
No, I mean, what are your thoughts about tips? Is
Oh,
it
I think-
fun? That's the first question. Is it fun? Most tips are not fun.
I feel like it's fun for the people who get in tips.
That's fair. That's fair. And if they're getting the tips that you give them, not just put it in a pile that gets distributed.
Well, in most cases, I think that's the case. And also, I'm always extremely confused when it comes to tipping. So I worked in a service. So I know,
Starbucks.
not only, I also was a waiter. I also was a dishwasher at some point. So I've done my, American dream letter
There it
and
is.
everything. But so I'm confused. So I obviously, like, my paycheck, I remember my official salary was $4.65 an hour. And it was 2013. So 465, try to live on 465, right? So obviously you can. So tip was my income, and obviously I would try my best to be memorable, and and I obviously made a lot of money, because I was cute and stuff, and just remembering, and complimenting people for no reason. It was
It was not for no reason. You were working the tip, man.
True. Yes, it was for my reason. But now, so I always tip. I think I tip everybody. Uber driver, delivery, my barber, everybody gets a tip. But I'm always confused when it comes to takeout. I'm
Yeah.
extremely confused when I go to, let's say, do we say like names of the? Well, we did say
Sure.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm confused when I go to Five Guys and I make, I order, and then they do this thing, follow the prompts on the screen, please. Sometimes without please. Like, those moments just would. So I'm always like, do I tip or not? I tip, but I still like, what do I tip for? Like, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. And they're you see them back there, right? They're making their orders. They're adding the fries to the bag,
Right.
and then they just set it there. They don't even bring it to you. They set it there and they call your number.
Yes.
Is that tip worthy?
Is it? I mean, maybe, you know what? Maybe, again, I have an issue with people pleasing also. So I think maybe tip worthy. I mean, we won't bring the whole situation with them being underpaid in economics,
Sure.
and all of that stuff. So we kind of like help. I don't know. I don't want to use the word help, but maybe like my problem is I always tip 20%. It's just like, it's automatic.
Even if it's bad service?
If it's bad, it's 15.
Oh my goodness. These people are taking advantage of you, Sergei.
If I'm mad, I will leave 15. And I've been I've been to situations when the service was extremely horrible. Just horrible. Either like they forgot about me or something. And I remember the feeling. I'm sitting there, I'm extremely angry, I'm probably red, blushing, I'm checking my phone, I'm like, don't know what to do with my anxiety, and I'm like, she will not, no tip. And then, I swipe the card and I'm like, but
It's because she's
probably
standing there looking at you, gazing.
no, sometimes no, but like in my head and immediately like, oh, she needs to eat.
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. Is it karma thing? I don't know. My therapist once asked me a simple question, and it's actually a good thing for maybe like self-test, self-assessment.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm going to ask you a simple question, Sergei. And I was like, oh, okay. Do you think you're a good person? And everybody like, just ask yourself that, and the answer. I didn't though. I still don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question to ask. I think I've told you my answer before.
You have.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
not a
wanna
good
share-
person. Yeah,
Here we
I'm
go.
a bad person. I know I'm bad.
Tomatoes on the screen.
Throwing tomatoes. Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but I have someone good in my place.
But
That's,
you
that's
mean
Jesus,
good, right?
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh, there we go. Okay, next segment.
I love you,
I feel like
Sergei.
listen. I feel like I'm at work, at workspace. At work, we don't talk about politics and religion, so we're gonna move to next segment of our show.
That's fair, we
Right
can do
after
it.
this break. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Sure,
And then
yeah.
the break.
We
Yeah.
can move through tipping culture. It's still crazy. We haven't figured it out yet. But let's talk about the word of the week. We say word of the week, but it's really the word of the month because it's been a while since we recorded. But the last thing we landed on was razzle dazzle. And when I asked Sergei, like, do you know what razzle dazzle means? He's like, I have no idea. It's like, that's fine.
I have no idea.
That's not your word. Your word is silly goose.
My word is silly goose. That
Silly
wasn't a
goose.
wheel, and I would come if it was ever selected. But the universe was like, you know what? You don't need
It
to be
wasn't ready.
selected.
They weren't ready for you to join the FunHawg
Matt
podcast.
needed to leave this podcast.
We needed a new spotlight over here. So.
This is like, who needs a guest? No, we need a co-host. This is what the universe decided. But yes, the word is silly goose. For those people who are not seeing us, I'm wearing a T-shirt, and you can see a goose here, like on front. But on the back, I'm gonna show, right? On the back, there's a bigger logo, and it says silly goose. Right? Did you see that it says silly goose? Because I couldn't see.
I saw it. Yeah, it looked great.
My head doesn't do the owl thing when it turns 360. Yes, the word is silly goose. And, silly goose is something what, first of all, I can relate to simply because silly goose is SG, and that's my initials.
Boom.
But the whole thing started as, I don't know if you really can hear it or not. Maybe if I drank a little bit of alcohol and my speech was a little bit adjusted, but I do have an accent. And surprise! I
Who would have
have
known a name with Sergei?
I have no clue. Listen, but I do have an accent. And English is not obviously my first language. So my partner, he's English also is not his first language. So once in the beginning of our relationship, I once said like, "Oh, you're a silly goose," and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Silly goose." And I had to explain what a silly goose is, and I had such fun because I was like, "Oh my god, I kind of relate to be silly." Goose, because I mean, you know me, right? I can relate to silly goose. And then a few weeks later, he called me silly goose, and then he called me silly goose more and more and more and more, and then it just I became the silly goose.
You're the silly goose now.
I am the silly goose, and the thing is that I wanted to open a company, to do like business. So I have LLC, and when I needed to choose the name, I actually went for it. So there is a company, Silly Goose, registered in Florida, which which belongs to me. And but the best part is when you talk to you go to a bank, they literally look at you, and you know why they look at you like you're a weirdo? Because they probably read the name. But yeah, I got compliments every single time, and that it's something. It's something what makes people smile, but also it's fun for me.
It's fun. That's
It's
the
fun.
key. Yes.
I mean, listen, you order for example, if you ever order services from me, then you probably can require what services I provide. And then eventually I'll send you an invoice. I mean, you get an invoice and it says Silly Goose. Isn't it
like pay the Silly Goose up.
Listen, or you write a check.
Please make it out to Silly Goose.
To Silly Goose.
LLC.
LLC, yeah. So it's like, I don't know. And Silly Goose, and when we went to Disney, I saw a guy with a hat, the silliest goose ever. Like all of that. So yeah, that is my word, and I love being silly. And I love to be silly, maybe even too much. And I've got some critiques in my life from people that, Sergei, you need to mature, and you need to like man up, and when those shenanigans will stop. And I don't know, probably will never, because I'm the person who wants to experience joy. I do have my low moments, right? I do cry. I do sad things. All of those.
Sure.
But in general, the agenda is to have fun, is to be silly, because the moment when you let yourself to be silly, and it doesn't matter like how old you are. When you like let your inner child wake up and take over you, with obviously like parental control, like PG, then you will see that it's just different. It hits different. I don't know. It just the whole life. Maybe you put those pink glasses on. I don't know. Do you have like a saying in English something?
Rose-colored glasses.
Boom.
So you want to see things like,
yes.
I think like when you were talking about that, it made me think about like there is a sense in which you choose to have fun, right?
Absolutely.
You could 100% go to the funnest party, funnest gathering, and decide this is not fun, cross your arms, and that'd be it. And you're not going to have fun. Or you can go into a not fun situation. Maybe it's not something there's no excitement. Everything's monotone.
Funeral.
You can make the best out of it. You can just bring the fun, right?
Yes. But
and that's what silly gooses do. They bring the fun.
They do, yes. And I've been in situations when I went to a concert, and I made a choice to cross my arms and be defensive and be like, no, I'm not gonna enjoy it. And guess what? I didn't. Right?
Yeah.
Like I was like, no, I'm not gonna enjoy it. I just don't want to do it. So it's the attitude, obviously. It's the thinking, and we know that thinking will create the actions. So if you think positively in all of that, and trust me, like I feel like Butch also is some kind of breed of silliness. Maybe not Goose. Maybe I'm looking at you right now, and I don't know what words to find. But like some Otter.
I'm a happy otter.
Silly Otter. But at the same time, we're not saying that be irresponsible. Is obviously there is.
How about a silly beaver? Beaver, Butch.
Dude, I swear I wanted to say beaver at first.
I mean, it's close to otter, but it's.
Yeah, but I thought about beaver, and then I was like, maybe it's offensive. And I don't want to be offensive, on the first podcast. Maybe like in 3-4 episodes later, I'll be doing. Stay tuned, people. But yeah, then I thought about cute, and I don't know. For me, when I think about cute, an animal, it's otters immediately. I don't know.
Me cute, Sergei?
Well, I was okay. I was looking for something cute to call you.
I'll take Beaver, man. They got awesome tails that can like slap the water, and they build dams. Beaver sounds fun.
They are.
I'll be a silly beaver.
Silly beaver.
There it is.
Yes. Okay. And
Well,
Beaver, Butch, Butch, Beaver.
Exactly. It's got the B name.
Yes.
So when I think about silly gooses, it takes me back to 5 years ago, where Alex Landis, you know Alex.
Yes. I love her.
Alex introduced me to a video game called the Untitled Goose Game. Apparently, this was all the rave at the time. She was playing it. Everybody was playing it. I think at Daxco when I was there. And she actually dressed up as a silly goose, or as the goose from the Untitled Goose Game for Halloween, and won one of the Halloween contests there. But through this, that actually pushed me to like go check out this game, and I ended up getting a code for Christmas. I put it on my Christmas list. The code came in, started playing it. It's a lot of fun. The game is, you're a goose. You can honk at people. You can grab things. You can like bow down. You can like wave out your wings. And you start off the game, the tutorial on how to move around and how to do stuff. And you start out the game with a list of things you have to accomplish. And it's like a little piece of paper. And as you complete the things, it scratches it off the list. So once you've like completed enough, the next level opens. But the things are not like normal things. The things are like, steal the farmer's keys. So you're like not even a silly goose, you're a naughty goose. So you got to go steal the keys and like take them away, like take them to the water so the farmer won't come in, and it's like it scratches it off. And then it's like, go make a picnic. So you got to go steal like the farmer's thermos, an apple, a carrot, like all these different things, and like make a picnic, and then it scratches that off. So it's a really fun game. And, as you work through the progression, I won't give too many spoilers, but I'll give like one more spoiler, which is pretty big. In the next section after that, after the farmer section, you go to this little city, and there's this kid. There's this poor kid who has glasses and walks around, and I think his shoe comes untied, and you pretty much have to make his life miserable. Like, you have to be really mean to him. Like, steal his glasses and get him to untie a shoe or something. I can't remember exactly, but, playing that, going through that, like, knowing this is fun. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto for, like, kids. That's kind of what it's like, where it's like, you're being bad. You're not being loving as a goose. It's still kind of fun, though, because it's make-believe. But yeah, that's what Silly Goose reminds me of.
And it totally makes sense. Well, first of all, their website is amazing. There are items, you can move them. But second of all, have you met geese?
I have. Most of them are angry.
Exactly. So when you play a goose and you're attacking a kid, that's reality.
You're in character. Yeah.
You are in character. I mean, we all love kids, but I was growing up partially on a farm. So geese and turkeys. Oh my God. This is, I don't know. It's like now I'm grown up.
Have you been chased by a turkey?
Yes, and geese. So now I'm afraid of taxes. But when I was a kid, it was turkey and geese. Honestly, those animals, oh my God. Like, and then what do? You get attacked by them and you just go and attack chicken. So it's literally a chain. Because you need revenge. But you're tiny. Like, I mean, the turkeys, the noise itself, obviously, when you say la 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 and they go all of that, isn't it terrifying? I mean, no. But geese, oh my God, they're so angry.
Yeah.
They're so angry, but also cute.
Honestly. Do you ever see geese alone, or are they always with their pack?
Pack.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen an angry goose alone. It's always been multiple geese, and it's typically one or two angry ones. But they're all participating. They could have told their buddy, hey, hang back. Don't go attack that kid. Don't go off on those walkers. They're not hurting you. They're probably feeding you bread.
Yeah. Which is not good for birds.
Yeah, they're
by
accomplices.
The way. It's a mob. It's mafia. It's Geese mafia.
There it is.
But yeah. Well, anyway, Untitled Goose game. Definitely check it out.
So last story around that. This is kind of like connecting my kids to the Untitled Goose game. So my youngest daughter, this was her game. So other kids have played it, but she was like, I'm going to play it. And she actually played all the way through to the end. I had to help like read off what it was when she was really young. But she just loved it. It was so much fun. Has a great soundtrack. She decided, hey, for my birthday, I want a Goose Game birthday party. So I was able to go. I found like the template for the sheet. I created a bunch of tasks. I put my older boys to work. I'm like, all right, you're going to be having the keys. You're going to be like raking this stuff over here. I need your help to do this stuff. And we set up stuff in the backyard and the side yards. And, you know, as she completed the list, I would check it off. She'd go run and do it. And she had a ball. It was a hit. So much so, she's like, I want to do it again next year. So we did it again next year. Like, I changed it up. I added some more stuff to it, but some of it was the same. Ton of fun. Untitled Goose Game. I'm a fan. If you want a Goose Game birthday party, hit me up. I got some ideas. I can help you. I can fulfill your child's dream to be a mob goose, a goose mob, a silly goose.
Silly Goose. You can hire. Well, you'll be my employee, and they will hire you through Silly Goose LLC.
I'll do some silly goose consulting.
Yeah, we will give you a pretty good discount. The code is FunHawg. Here we go.
There it is.
Yeah, when ordering
WG.
Exactly, when ordering services, just mention that you have a promo code FunHawg, and you get the discount. Listen, eventually that's gonna be a thing, you know.
10 years from now.
No. Have you heard about manifesting?
Have you heard about Sergei joining the podcast?
Wait, no. If you're mocking me good. Wait, have you heard about Sergei doing podcast? That's how you do that.
Oh, man.
But
So good.
no, we need to manifest. So I manifest that we're going to be so big that we're going to be one of those podcasts, you know, the grown-up podcast when we literally will be like, oh, you know, go on this website and use FunHawg to get 25%.
Yeah, I mean, you think we'll be as big one day where we actually have our own tour, where we go places.
That's a sign. The people who watch the video right now, there was literally a sign, which is annoying by Apple. When you do the thumbs up, it shows the emoji, the thumbs up. Listen, what was the question about the tour?
I'm just saying, do you think one day we'll go on tour where we actually take this podcast and go talk in front of other people? I mean, that's a thing. I've been to one of those. It was like a How Stuff Works or something podcast. It's very interesting. I don't know how they made money. I didn't pay to see them. Maybe they got maybe the conference paid them to be there. I don't know.
I don't know. But I don't know. We'll take it worldwide. For sure. We'll avoid some areas though, but for different reasons. But listen, don't stop believing. Don't listen. Play the music. Exactly.
Believing.
Here we go. Boom.
All right.
Yes. But you see what I'm saying? And you singing horribly. Yes, don't stop believing, people. All of the limits are in our head. Example about limits. Ready? Let's go. Have you heard about Wicked?
No.
Beautiful. It's a musical.
Okay. Oh, Wicked.
Oh my
Your
god!
accent got in the way there.
What did I say? What did I say?
I heard Wicket, which when I think of Wicket,
okay, Wicked.
I think of the little Ewok from Star Wars, the little bear guy, one of the bear guys that wears a red vest. His name is Wicket. Wicked.
Well,
Yeah, I have.
Wicked. Okay. I'm done. Anyway, you've heard about it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that the movie is coming out?
I didn't. That was like a Broadway show, right?
Yes.
It was a big Broadway show.
Yeah, you know that I'm a big, I'm a big guy on saying I hate something, and then doing it later.
I do, like reading.
Reading. That was one of the yes. So another one was musicals. I used to say
you were anti-musical.
Anti-musical, yes, and I got converted. So when I was in New York, when we went to New York, we went to see, again, my partner, he's a huge fan of musicals and stuff, and we went to see Wicked. I'm going to start saying it, Wicked, for people who don't understand my accent. And I cried 3 times.
3 times?
Because, well, when we sat down and we started watching, and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to listen to like, how am I gonna watch the play in songs? That's disgusting. No, Mamma Mia, okay, yes, and only because Meryl Streep. Thank you, but no, I got hooked and I started crying and all of it. I got very emotional because like she dies and then she doesn't and then she dies and then she doesn't. You see,
spoiler alert for anybody who haven't.
But you don't know if she dies or doesn't. That's why I kept saying she does. She dies and doesn't. But and now the movie is coming out on 22nd. You know what? And because my partner is a huge fan of it, I was like, and I was driving and I heard somebody on the radio saying that they trying to find tickets to early screening and they couldn't. And I was like, that would be an amazing gift actually to let him watch the movie before the majority of people. And I spent some time online and I found early screening. And do you know when is it going to be aired? Like
I have no idea.
We have no idea. Anyway,
it will come out before the movie comes out.
Well, the movie is coming out on 22nd. But if you're Amazon Prime member, you can get to early screening and watch it 4 days before.
Oh, buddy.
On November 18th.
From your house.
No, at the movies.
Oh,
it's
nice.
It's the whole thing. You go the movies 4 days earlier and watch the musical. So, and I got those tickets. But again,
nice.
The guy couldn't, and I thought that, it's probably impossible. That was a long story. Which
manifest it.
First of all, yes. Second of all, don't laugh at it. We don't talk about religion. But don't stop believing. Just limits are in your head. That's something what I've learned a long, long time ago. Every time when I told myself that I couldn't do something, guess what? I couldn't do that. Every time when I became a delulu, which is a fun word, which means delusional. If you go to TikTok, you will learn more words.
I wasn't sure if that was like one of the other 14 languages you spoke.
No, it's a TikTok language.
Okay, so you speak TikTok too.
A little bit. But so if you need to be a little bit delusional. You need to be in order to succeed because you need to believe in a fantasy. Don't stop believing in the fantasy. You need to, because this is how you manifest. A lot of people say you have to switch a bit, like, if I go to Europe, you switch to when I go to Europe. Do you see like what I'm doing?
Yeah.
But also but the correct way of manifesting is actually picture yourself in a situation. For example, I want to get an Oscar, right, for acting in a movie. So what I do, I picture myself receiving an Oscar and giving a speech where I'm going to be, thank you, everybody, blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to really feel like, how would I feel getting it? So this is how universe listens to you and then helps you. Butch will say Jesus. I will say it's universe. Maybe you will say that it's I don't know, a goose, a silly goose. Everybody's different, but all us. One thing unites us is faith. Here we go. I said.
Here we go.
I forgot what the topic was, but the point is that don't stop believing and don't stop. Oh, yeah, no. It's about you. That do you think we're gonna become? We're gonna become whatever we decide become.
There it is. I love it. You heard it here first, folks.
Yes. So yeah, get Butch's. The offer to get the Untitled Goose party, because soon he will be booked with morning shows and tours and all of that. But you kind of booked guy, like you do a lot, right? Like do people know about you doing conferences and speeches and all of that stuff?
Not on this podcast, but they do now.
I
gave
don't
a
know,
talk today to some Daxco folks.
Oh, so you're being modest here. So he's bragging to all of his achievements when he talks to me. But, well, actually, I feel entitled now because I get to hear that first. But if you don't know, Butch is actually a pretty busy guy doing a lot of things, And I admire you for helping the community, the, software testing community, and software in general, because you do DevOps days and all of that stuff. So yeah, so he is busy actually. So I don't know how you will find time to go on tour with me.
I like how it's go on tour with me now.
Maybe we can start between like Birmingham, Hoover, whatever cities are in your.
Hey, you're naming all the right cities in my area. So
yeah, well, I've been to those cities, and you know that I secretly love Alabama.
I love it.
I love it.
I think I remember you saying 2-3 years ago, I would never love Alabama. I'll never live in Alabama.
I would live in Alabama now.
I know, it's great.
Yes.
Changed. It was that time I took you to Tony's Hot Dog, wasn't it?
No, well, that was one of those. Well, first of all, people, great people, everybody who I personally know. I don't know, if you're from Alabama and you have a nasty neighbor, those are not people I hang out with. The people that I hang out with are amazing. And honestly, there are a lot of people in Alabama I know, and I truly have an amazing time every time I go. But what stole my heart was Eugene's chicken. Eugene's chicken. If you want, to do the ads or free, well, not free. I will exchange it for some waffles, syrup, and
Eugene's hot chicken.
Hot chicken. Exactly. The hotness number 3. I did the number 2, and I realized I'm a little bit too white to do number 2. Plus, I'm trying to be less white for 12 years since I moved to the United States, and if my level of whiteness is Eugene hot chicken number 3. This is how I roll now.
I love it.
But honestly, yeah, I don't know. Every time we had an amazing time.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you know there was a gay bar in Birmingham?
I did from you.
Did you know that some of our coworkers, not me, it wasn't my idea. I would not ever go, but we went there and they play bingo on Monday night. Honestly, that was an amazing like things like that. Or I was around Christmas and what people do with their front yards. I mean, honestly.
We're going to have to bleep that one out.
Oh, we don't say that word? That wasn't a bad word, honestly. But what word? Alabama? Listen, I get it. I get it why, I mean, it's a cute place. Would I ever live there forever? I don't know. But would I try for 6 months? Definitely.
There it is.
But you have to pay me. I mean, I live 4 blocks from the ocean, you know. It's very hard. I mean, Eugene's hot chicken, Tony's hot dogs, Christmas decorations, and bingo Monday nights at the gay bar, probably the only gay bar in Birmingham. No, not yet.
Not yet. All right.
Not yet, but we're getting there.
Oh man, so good.
You know, God save editing, so we can edit a lot of this stuff.
Oh man, this is fun.
This is fun. It is fun. So, what else do we do on this podcast?
So we also, I give an update about my running challenge. So Matt, my coach, is still my coach.
We're talking about the same Matt.
To hear about it. What was that?
Matt Cook.
Matt Cook, yeah. He's been my coach, my running coach. And so I'll give you my update. So 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, I changed up my routine where I'm waking up in the morning and being active. And my goal is to just get out of the house, be active 3 times a week. That's my goal before all the kids wake up and all that stuff. So I was running. I actually swapped to walking and slight jogging. I've been able to keep up with it some. My knee has been like aching after like running, so I'm trying to let that heal and rest as much as I can. So I've been doing a lot of walking, and that's been good. I found that I can walk at a fast enough pace where I actually like break a sweat and shin muscles and all that stuff hurt. So I feel like I'm getting a decent workout, even though maybe it's not the cardiovascular stuff that I need. But also decided over the past like 6 or 7 months, like the goal was, let's run a 5K and we'll have a FunHawg 5K. And that was kind of like the goal. And I don't know if that's the goal anymore. I think we will have a 5K sometime. But my goal is not to run a FunHawg 5K. My goal is to stay active on a weekly basis. And at some point in the future, we will do a FunHawg 5K. I'll probably be in a lot better shape. And hopefully, like, through that, I'm not going to, like, abandon exercise, right, after a 5K. So that's some of my thinking behind this.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But you've always been a person who is not chasing the reward, but more enjoying the path, which I learned a lot from it. And yes, so absolutely amazing. But why have you thought about swapping running to like swimming or biking or, you know, rowing also is very good exercise?
In the ocean? I don't have an ocean around me. I'm just kidding. We do have lakes.
But no, you can do that at the gym.
Or the machine.
Yeah, the machine.
Well, I will say this. I recently got a gym membership. It's a 1-year membership. And it was like $120. It was like a bargain, man.
Wait, this is how you... For the
year? For
year?
a whole year. Yeah. And it's
my
like
God.
right down the road. So I bought it because I woke up one morning and it was raining. And I'm like, I don't want to go running in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Matt Cook and Matt Anderegg, they're like, just go run in the rain, man. Suck it up. Be a man. I'm like, I don't want to be a man. I want to run in the dryness. So I bought that because they have a walking track. And I actually found out like Mr. Leftwich actually works out there a lot of mornings. So I've seen him up there when I went to go walk up there. But yeah, so I do have a place. They do have equipment. They have a rowing machine. I saw it. I've never tried it, but I did peek it out. But mountain biking is another thing. Like my oldest son, he's big into it. And I got a mountain bike that will actually do some trails good. And we went a couple of weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to continuing on that. I got to figure out like when to do that. Because this is about a 3 to 4 hour drive there do some trails, and then load up and get everything back home and unloaded. So I'm not sure if I can do that like in the morning yet. I need to work things out. So,
do you enjoy running?
I hate running, but I love the feeling that it gives me. I hate running, but after I'm done running, I feel like energized and like really good to go. And I love that. That's what keeps me going. It's not running. Actually, I hate it.
I mean, I hate running. I go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, and I switch up different exercises. But running is something I hate. I just hate it. I don't enjoy it. And, well, to be honest, I feel energized and happy that I did something after every single workout. It doesn't matter if it's a leg day, if it's a boxing class, if it's upper body class, even though it was hard or something. So, but I've watched so many, videos about how exercise should be enjoyable. Yeah. So that's why I'm asking about rowing machine, about swimming,
it is
and all of that.
enjoyable just after the fact. But I definitely hear myself saying, "This is not fun. I want to die." But I'm going to I'm going to push myself through it, and after that, it feels great. But I think a lot of exercises like that. If you're actually pushing yourself, yeah.
Oh, well, listen, not I want to die.
That's like the Butch brain. Yeah, I kind of rein it back in, right?
I totally understand what you mean. Listen, we all do things we hate, right? Somebody hates doing laundry, somebody hates cleaning, somebody hates traffic. So we have this, oh my God, I want to die. But exercise should not be like that. Maybe it's time. You see, Matt is gone from podcast. My evil plan to eliminate him from your life completely.
Are you listening to this, Matt?
I'm joking, Matt. You know this. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm joking right now. But maybe you need a different coach. Maybe you need something where what you're doing and you I actually enjoy doing it. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
I don't know. The rowing machine, the bike, know, that could be. And also, you mentioned that your knees hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, why? Why you keep doing it? It doesn't make any sense. And I just recommend you to try something new.
Here it is. All right. Well, I will try to do some rowing. Do you have any tips on the rowing machine?
Yes, YouTube. YouTube.
All right.
Watch YouTube. No, definitely watch YouTube because there is a specific form you should. But well, listen. Any exercise requires specific form. Even running. You should do it correctly. So watch YouTube. There are a lot of videos. I learned from YouTube. But there are a lot of videos from people who took part in Olympic Games, and they show in what order legs, your arms, all of that should move. So, sorry. But yes, try rowing.
All right, we'll try it out. I'll watch a video. We'll get something before our next recording. I'll have at least rowed twice. How's that?
At least once.
At least twice.
Listen, if you row and be like, oh, I want to die even more than when I run. I wish I would drown here. I don't want you to do the second time.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you get a membership at the gym, I bet there is more to discover. Just try different things, For $120 a year.
Yeah, it's wonderful, man.
Steal. It's a half of what I pay a month. So,
Miami Beach.
That's why I go
4 blocks
there.
from the beach.
Well, You win some, you lose some.
Alabama.
Alabama. Eugene's hot chicken. Listen, people at Eugene's hot chicken, you better sponsor this. But okay, okay. This is gonna be official. It is a segment, right? Where the running update.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect. So now it's gonna be not running update. It's gonna be exercise update.
There it is. All right, it's official.
I'll take any exercise.
Put on the board. Yeah.
Yes. But FunHawg 5K, I'm doing it.
All right. When it's coming, we'll do it. I mean, it will happen.
I will fly.
It'll
in.
probably be bundled with a FunHawg picnic or something as well. So it's like a run and some fun with a picnic. You know, picnics are fun.
Exactly. People will be running, saying how much they hate it, and then we will have a picnic.
No, and then there'll be a bouncy house. It'll be great.
So we'll just go there all sweaty. So it's gonna be great. Yes, thank you.
Man,
nice.
Awesome. Well, I think that's about going to do it. So we haven't really talked too much about what word we want to discuss next week. You want me to spin the wheel? Do we want to pick one of those, or how do you want to do this, Sergei?
If we choose a word, should we choose a guest?
We could. We don't have to.
Okay. You see, I'm getting jealous a little bit already.
It's like, it's my mic.
Precious. my precious. Well, the word of the week is precious.
I know who our guest is already.
For precious?
Yeah. Precious.
Oh my God. My evil laugh tries to come out, so I know it's good.
I love it. I mean, if it's precious, right, it's my precious, which leads me to Lord of the Rings, and we both know who the biggest Lord of the Rings fan is that we know.
Oh my God!
So,
this is
coming soon. We'll see if we can work this out.
If you were inside of my head, the pictures I had, you say, if the word is, it's my precious. I honestly thought it would be your wife.
I mean, I do love my wife. I love you, Rebecca.
But I honestly thought that it would be Rebecca. He's like, if it's my precious. I'm like, well, of course. And then, boom, the twist. I love the good twist. Definitely. Okay, you see, the universe sent me here today. First of all, to tell you all. No, wait, I'm sorry. I messed it up. To tell y'all. Don't stop believing. And second, that I choose this weird precious word. So finally we have her here. And I mean, it's going to be great. You guys are going to fall in love with extra person. You're going to have a special place in your heart for an extra person next time, I promise.
It's going to be great. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will chat with y'all next time.
Bye.